person wants to know what's the difference between YouTube and Facebook Live. Well, I mean,
okay. Hang on, dummy.
no.
See, Facebook is you got to click on Facebook to see us.
Yeah,
And on YouTube, you got to click on YouTube to see us.
exactly. There you go. That's your answer, O'Brien.
I'm not explaining that to you, Daniel. I know you know the difference.
No, I know the difference.
I know you know. Yeah. But here's another thing, folks. There's a little bell. Explain it to them, Daniel. You know the little bell they can click that gives them a notification when we have new material or doing a live show. Mm-hmm. Why don't you do your job in your collar and elbow shirt and explain to them?
Look at that. Look at this right here on my phone. This is a bell that dinged when we went live and showed me that.
Look at that.
A show you're subscribed to has just went live.
And that's why we do so well on Facebook Live, because everybody gets a notification that we're on doing a show. And now, of course, during the winter, our numbers were dramatically higher because it's cold and no one's doing any fucking thing. And their phone rings and they're sitting there in their fucking living rooms looking at their ugly girlfriends or ugly wives or ugly boyfriends. And it's a God. At least now I don't have to look at this ugly fuck. I can listen to Kenny Bolin smarten me up about life. He can talk to me about religion, politics, current events. Tell me what a cocksucker Donald Trump is. I couldn't tell you what a cocksucker Roseanne Barr was. But, well, yeah, I guess I could have. But we thought she was dead and gone. I didn't even know the woman was alive. And now she comes back, runs 9 television shows, and then fucks herself for life. She'll probably never be seen on a television show again.
I'm sure somebody will pick it up. I mean,
they was asking if Fox News, if the good folks at Fox were ready to pick it up, but no one's thinking that that's going to happen. They don't even think Fox is going to go into those toxic waters. But there are people saying that it could be Roseanne Barr in 2020 because he's about the only person that would be a worse selection than Donald Trump to run the country.
James B said, I've talked him into, now he's going to buy a Collar Noble shirt. But first off, James B, before you buy a Collar Noble shirt, you need to buy a Bolin Club shirt. If you have not bought one, you need to buy 2, and then you buy a Collar and Elbow shirt, right?
You let me find out anybody in here that bought a Collar and Elbow shirt over mine. Number 1, they'll be blocked. Number 2, you're going to pay for the shirt sale that I lost because, see, it's already been a problem. We've already sold 1 Collar and Elbow shirt thanks to you.
Not officially. They said they're getting one, but they didn't get
it. I'll find out. I know Rod Hicks very well.
Yeah.
Well, what's the guy's name that told you he was going to buy a Collar and Elbow shirt?
James B.
Well, good, because I'm going to tell Rod Hicks to be looking out for a guy named James B. Hidden identity. Don't even give his last name. I'm going to find out if a James B. bought a Collar and Elbow shirt, and that's going to come right out of your back pocket. I'm going to add that to the $250 that you owe me.
Already paid that off. Right?
No.
Oh.
No. You just brought me back my credit cards that you maxed out.
Oh, okay.
That's all you brought back to me. And where's Melania? She ain't been seen in 20 days.
Isn't she sick?
She had some. Now, here's what the experts are saying. They said she had a surgery that any other normal human being comes home and goes back to work the next day. She's been out of it for 20 days. She was out of the hospital in 6 days. So that's 14 days she's been in the White House and ain't nobody seen her. Nobody. You know how many people with cameras roam that fucking East and West wing? She's in the East wing and nobody's seen her. Well, she puts out a tweet today that was not the way she normally makes a tweet. You know when Trump has actually made a tweet and when someone else wrote it for him, you can tell the difference in the content of the tweet.
How's that?
Well, number 1, if everything's spelled correctly, goddamn well Donald Trump didn't do it. If he ain't bragging about himself in the tweet, goddamn well Donald Trump didn't do it. There's 3 or 4 people in the White House that send out Trump's tweets other than himself. And it is so obvious when it's a White House staff tweet as opposed to an actual personal Donald Trump sitting on a commode at 6 p.m. with his cheeseburger tweet. Those are 2 different tweets. And the one that Melania put out today, everybody, all the experts, all the news people are going, this is bullshit. Someone else put this out. This is not Melania. So I made a tweet to where if you are not you need to, and there's like 95 U's in this tweet, and out of the 265 characters I had to work with. So if you get a chance to see that tweet of me tweeting Melania, you got.
Someone asked earlier, this is important. They asked, what's the shipping to Canada on a shirt?
Oh, it's expensive, guys. That's why. I mean, I've got fans that order them from there, and then the UK and Europe and Australia and Austria and Germany and Mexico and Japan, but it's expensive. So I encourage you that if you're ordering from Canada, that you maybe buy 2 or 3 things to where at least the shipping is only the one-time fee. If you're just ordering my book or a shirt or something, and you're just ordering one item, and I'm not saying this so you'll buy more. It's just the shipping's expensive. It's about $20, $22. So my shirts, I lowered them this year. They're down to $24.95, and for all sizes. Last year for anything 3X and up was $34.95, and
they're very comfortable shirts. I mean, just like they're made by Collar and Elbow, so all the shirts are very comfortable. You can work out in them.
You can
very nice.
Elbow now.
Yeah, huh?
You can actually plug Collar and Elbow now.
I
extremely soft shirts. I'm wearing one right now.
I worked out in your shirt the other day, the Bowman Club shirt.
Did you?
Ran there's a park around here, Iroquois Park. Ran a few miles, and it was breathable throughout the whole time, and it was
very, very comfortable, especially on muggy days. Nothing I hate worse than to grab one of my old shirts that came from another distributor that are thick as shit. I mean, if you want them to last a while, I mean, I've had some of these shirts for fucking 8 years, and they still look pretty good, but they're thick as shit. Now they're great for the wintertime, but in the summertime, I prefer the Collar and Elbow shirt.
Now the shirt, like the comic behind you, where you got that picture, the shirt just like that was a thin, soft shirt too, but that wasn't made by Collar and Elbow, right? That was made by
no, that was not. That was made by my other distributor in the Netherlands, who got me a great deal on shirts, and that's who I used until I got with Collar and Elbow. And I still use my Netherlands distributor from time to time, but they do. Like Collar and Elbow, if I was to do 11 colors in a shirt, would cost me a fucking fortune. And I can use my distributor in the Netherlands, and it's, even though it's a little higher than Collar and Elbow, not as high as it would be if Collar and Elbow tried to do me 11 colors. But I hear they're working on that. They're trying to do another type of screen silk type of I don't understand exactly the technology of it, but there's 2 different technologies when it comes to the printing. Like, even when I get the red shirts done, they have to put the white logo down first and then put the red logo on top of it.
That makes sense.
That's how they have to do it. Well, in the Netherlands, that's not the case. They just put down whatever color, and even though it doesn't look quite as good as what Collar and Elbow does, it's a fraction of the cost of what Collar and Elbow would have to charge me to do like an 11 color shirt. And that comic book shirt has got, I think they said 13 colors in it.
I like it. That's one of my favorite shirts.
Yeah, I do too. But I've noticed they've done that shirt in 2 different ways. There's one to where it's kind of like you can feel the logo. It's like some type of plastic.
Right.
You can feel it. And then I got other shirts they've made me that don't have that. So I got to contact them. And now the shirts that I sell the fans have the actual ink print. The shirt that I ordered for myself has got like a plastic on it. And I don't know if they've done away with the other way, but I'll have to contact my Netherlands distributor and find out why that's the case. Fortunately, mine is the only one that was made that way because I think the fans like them better. But then again, my book cover shirts all had the plastic cover. But see, that was an actual picture of me, and that was probably hard to do. In the comic book style was probably easier to do in the multicolors than an actual photograph of me. So I understood why that one was done that way.